Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, I read the policy. Amazon Flex driver uses his 2014 Mazda 3 Grand Touring for deliveries. Then he hits a deer. Now, I'm going to be honest, my knowledge of Amazon Flex is relatively limited on an experience level, but I will say this, hitting a deer on delivery is less than fun. My mother was an expert level deer hitter in Westchester, New York. And apparently this Amazon Flex driver hit one during a delivery, which is not going to look good for his insurance nor for Amazon. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for Amazon Flex drivers, really any delivery driver in any industry, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. An Amazon Flex driver ran into an unusual situation. Literally. While on a last delivery run of the day. Oh my God, it was the last one. That's gotta be the worst feeling. Like you're almost there. Boom. At least they're not making all the packages held up. It's just pretty much going to affect his account and the last customer. And that's the worst feeling because mainly on you at that point. That unusual situation was a deer careening into the front of the driver's car, walking away unhurt but leaving damage that the driver is now seeking to reconcile through the mega company's insurance. They honestly think that Amazon's gonna pay up for this thing. That's too funny. Not for nothing, I doubt that they're gonna actually do anything, but okay. The story comes from Redditor No Edition 6849, writing this week on the Amazon Flex Drivers Forum. I wanted to share an unfortunate experience I had while delivering for Amazon Flex recently in Madison, Wis. While on my last delivery stop during my scheduled block, a deer ran into my car. Thankfully, the deer was unharmed and ran off. But my car, 2014 Mazda 3 Grand Touring, I just bought, suffered damage to the front bumper and grille. Yo, you gotta love how the deer will literally just jump in front of a car, get hit, walk away like nothing happened, and you're here like, the fucking hell, look both ways. The driver went on to explain they were working with Amazon Flex Escalations to file a property damage claim through their insurance policy, but because that driver only carries liability coverage, they're responsible for repairs, unless the coverage Amazon Flex provides its drivers applies. Here's the thing, you gotta make sure you're fully covered in those situations. Yes, it's a little bit more money, but you're in a place where that can happen. You should have that kind of insurance available to you. Similar collisions can happen unexpectedly, especially in rural delivery areas, that driver warned. If you haven't experienced something like this, it's good to know what steps to take in case it happens. You know, maybe I should at some point start to look into what you would need to do in order to actually get your coverage, because it seems like this is going to be an important topic down the road. Amazon Flex's stated policy: according to Amazon Flex, the driver should be covered. If you maintain personal auto insurance, you are protected under the Amazon Commercial Auto Insurance policy while you're actively driving and delivering, its statement says. The Amazon Commercial Auto Insurance policy includes auto liability coverage of 1 million uninsured motorists, underinsured motorist coverage, and contingent comprehensive and collision coverage. Passengers are not covered. Which, first off, you shouldn't have passengers in your car for Amazon Flex anyway. They do make a thing about that. Second, it is so lucky for him at this point that he had coverage while on the very last delivery. Although I really hope he's saying that because it's true and not because he's trying to skew the story to hopefully have it cover, but nevertheless. There is one caveat. This policy is provided at no cost in all states besides New York. If you live in New York, you may need additional commercial insurance to meet state law. However, the driver was in Wisconsin, so that doesn't apply. As other writers revealed, there's a deductible requirement that might not leave a driver as cared as they might want to be. Okay, but what is the deductible requirement? $1,000 for contingent comprehensive and collision coverage. Would that kind of damage actually cost $1,000? I think it would. Okay, well, it would cost about $1,500 to $3,000 $3,000 on average. So it's not like it's an impossible number to hit. The catch, at least one found occasion for humor in the situation. Did you get the deer's insurance? One quipped. No, unfortunately I did not and regret it, the driver responded. You know what? At least they are having a sense of humor about it. Amazon isn't going to pay for anything, one claimed. You don't have the proper coverage on your personal policy for them to pay for any repairs. The only option is to repair it yourself. An article from attorney firm Passon Levi noted Amazon insures their flex drivers for liability, contingent, comprehensive, and collision, and uninsured/underinsured motorists. The liability coverage goes up $1 million per incident and covers accidents that are ruled under Amazon driver's fault. This includes damage to property or bodily injury for third parties. There is a $1,000 deductible for the contingent comprehensive collision coverage, which covers $50,000 worth of damage to the driver's vehicle, even if they are at fault. However, as they point out, the catch here is that the delivery driver must have personal comprehensive/collision coverage policy. If they do not have such policy, the Amazon policy will not cover them. Like the liability coverage, the coverage for uninsured/underinsured drivers for Amazon drivers is $1 million. This coverage only takes effect if the other party is at fault and doesn't have adequate coverage. And according to this, he only has liability coverage. So if he only has liability coverage and he doesn't have comprehensive or collision coverage, then that's going to be a problem for him. That sucks, man. Like, I hope that it doesn't cost him that much. I hope not, anyways. He's not alone. I had a similar situation where I had to replace the front bumper and grill myself, another Redditor shared. Nothing is cheap anymore. When I take it to the body shop, my estimate from the insurance was something like $3,500. I did it for something like $2,000. That included buying the grill and bumper and right front fender to be painted. Oh, it looks like they were trying to upcharge him more than the national average. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, the driver said. That is very high. I was thinking to repair it at the lowest cost and hopefully it won't go beyond $500. I'm looking for a full-time job at the moment and was doing Amazon Flex as a side gig. I'll probably quit because this doesn't make sense anymore to me. Well, this isn't for everyone to be sure, but if you're looking for a full-time job and you're going to Amazon Flex as a side gig, in my opinion, it may not be your best pick. Sure, it does pay a lot, and sometimes even more than DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub in a lot of cases. I feel it only makes sense if you have the proper insurance in place. If you don't have the proper insurance in place, then I don't know how to help these people. You can't go skimping on the insurance. It's just a fact. No matter how much you hate these companies, you can't go skimping on insurance. In my opinion, it's worth what you pay for it. None of you paying me. There you go. I wish I was more of an expert on Amazon Flex in order to give a proper opinion on this. In any case, in any company, if you're planning on going through their insurance policies, and a lot of them actually do have no cost insurances available, you still have to have your own. One of the major things that a lot of people need to do is actually go through their insurance policies, see if you need to have something anyway, regardless. Like, oh, in order to be able to access theirs, you need to have the comprehensive and collision insurance for yourself anyway. And during the point in which you are still on delivery, they will cover you. But if you go through them like this, then it's a real problem. This person decided to quit because it just doesn't make sense to him anymore. And I don't know if that's because of the financial aspect as a whole, like they're just not finding it lucrative for them, or because the situation made it that way. I feel like a lot of drivers are on that edge to where it really is just one bad thing, to where once this one bad thing happens, then the entire system falls off, and you should never do business like that. You're expecting nothing bad to happen, and I really hope nothing does happen to you, but you do need the proper tools in place and the proper skills necessary in order to protect yourself from these situations. Amazon Flex is not going to be able to cover me financially in this event. Okay, let me make sure I have insurance for this, so that way Even if they don't, I do. Obviously, we prefer that Amazon covers it, but we would need to cover it as well. Oh, Amazon Flex isn't really worth it for you? Do you have a diversified gig portfolio? So that way you have multiple avenues to earn while still looking for that full-time job you said you're looking for. What is your exit strategy? The gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal, not the goal. Is this W-2 job something that's going to pay you effectively? Or is this something that is just going to pay you as much as any other job will? Or are you starting a business that is going to sustain you to where you're going to make more money in that than any job would? And if you're looking for ways to accomplish all of these things, one of the best things you could do is join the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I've partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker, exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings, more live streams with high-level professionals in our industry, educational systems designed to help you build your own dispatch company, as well as other scalable opportunities. Driven Wyld is also kicking off its Dispatching for Beginners course, and we are changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get more opportunities. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn, or an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you would like to see something with more growth potential and scalability, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description to get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.